A story that is developing right now, the search for a teen murder suspect who got out of a juvenile holding center. This happened yesterday in the city of St. Louis, but that information was not made public until today. First Alert 4 Shoshana Stahl is in the newsroom tonight following this story for us. Shoshana?
Corey, that escape happened from the juvenile detention center that's on the city's north side, right next to the VA Center Hospital. Right now, both the courts and police won't tell us the suspect's name or show us a picture. This is that juvenile detention center on Enright near Vandeventer and Delmar. The murder suspect is 17, and that's why law enforcement says they can't reveal his identity despite the gravity of charges he's facing. The escape happened Saturday before 6 p.m. The 17-year-old boy is a suspect in a murder in October in the city. He's been at the juvenile jail, which is run by the state, since December. The state courts, which handle this facility, are investigating how the teen got out, and St. Louis police continue searching for him tonight. Now, this escape adds to a number that have happened from the juvenile detention centers in St. Louis, which First Alert 4 has been investigating. Each time, officials have resisted giving the public information about those who have escaped, many of which connected to murders. Now, we're going to continue investigating this. In the newsroom tonight, Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.
Shoshana, thank you.